A proposal to legalize pot for patients has the backing of 60 religious leaders over in Illinois. Some say it's an act of compassion. Others say it's irresponsible. Reverend Alexander Sharp of the Chicago-based Protestants for Common Good supports the bill. Bishop Harry Jackson with the Hope Christian Church opposes the bill. First off, Reverend, why is this a holy thing to do?
If you're asking that question to me, it's because it's an act of compassion.
Yep. How about
yes, it's an act of compassion.
I'm going to start with Reverend Alexander Sharp with that. And that's you.
Yes. It's an act of compassion. It's an act of human decency. It's a limited application which relieves human suffering, and I encourage all to support it and applaud those who do.
13 states say it's okay. Bishop, why not?
Well, I'm a cancer survivor, been through it all. I think that there are private, personal reasons, such as you get into a subculture of users. It could lead to all kind of other things. And then I believe it will lead to people having false prescriptions, all kind of criminal activity around it. And so as a cancer survivor who's taken other drugs, I don't think we need to go so far as to give people a prescription to smoke marijuana.
Reverend, you say Jesus lived his life. You said Jesus lived his life healing those where he could. This is entirely consistent with that.
That's correct, and I respect the pain that the bishop has gone through, but I think he needs to look at the bill that's being brought forward in Illinois. There are important safeguards that we have to recognize. You need a relationship with a doctor. You have to register with the state. The bill has a 3-year sunset provision so that we can monitor its effectiveness and how it's used. So the concerns of the bishop, with all due respect, have been taken into account in a very powerful way in Illinois. I would also add that the drugs that the bishop used, and I'm glad they were helpful to him, were more expensive, more harmful than marijuana if it's brought forward in the way that we're talking about here.
Bishop, you're worried about the abuse. You're not so much worried about the pain, using it as pain medication. You're worried about the abuse part of this, correct?
Correct. I believe that some people have addictive personalities, and I myself, years ago, before Christ, used marijuana, got involved with things. It only takes 1 or 2 draws on a crack pipe in order to get addicted to those drugs. What we need to look at is the big picture of where this is taking us down a slippery slope. We don't need medical marijuana. There are other prescriptions that can be had. I think it's absolutely irresponsible that we're looking in this direction when medicine has come so far.
People are able to make distinctions in this world, and I think it's very unlikely that somebody who sees a person who has chronic pain, who is suffering from cancer, who's suffering from MS, who uses marijuana to relieve that pain, is going to say, my goodness, I think I ought to go out and use marijuana. The American Bar Association has supported this bill. The American Nurses Association has supported it. Let's make basic distinctions in our life. I respect the fear that the bishop has, but we have to deal with it in a rational and humane way.
All right, Bishop Harry Jackson, Reverend Alexander Sharp, thanks so much for the debate, which is going pretty much in just about every state in the union, and that 13 have passed it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Fox News.